Welcome to another really important tool in your real estate toolkit. This time we're going to discuss the seller's estimated closing cost sheet. Just like we walked through the buyer sheet together, this one is equally as important because it helps your seller understand exactly how much money that they will walk away with after the sale of their home. Again, no surprises, just clarity and confidence. So let's go ahead and break it all down together. In the first top section is the seller and property information. That's going to include the seller's name exactly as it appears on their current deed according to the tax records. The property address, this is the full address of the property that is being sold. We're going to leave the buyer's information blank if it is a listing contract. So remember, you will be working on this 2 times. The first time being when you're presenting the estimated closing costs, taking on a listing, and when the property goes under contract. The settlement date, you can go ahead and put in an estimated settlement date in order to prorate some of those taxes or other items. And of course, the list price or the purchase price, depending on which end of the seller's estimated closing costs you're working on. The first line is going to be your largest amount of deduction, and that is going to be the commission. This is the total commission that's agreed upon in the listing agreement, and it is calculated either as a percentage of the final sales price or as a flat fee. Some of those items that are already pre-filled in for you is going to be the preparation of the deed. Don't forget the transfer tax will be 1% for the state of Pennsylvania. 2% is the total. Typically, it's split between the buyer and the seller. And of course, if there's any additional transfer taxes that need to be paid, then you can put them in here as well. Whether or not the seller is agreeable to cooperating with a buyer, if you have an under contract property and your seller has decided to provide commission to the buyer's agent, this is where you'll put it in the following lines. Also, if they are willing to provide a concession to the buyer as well for their closing costs. If the seller elects to purchase a home warranty, you can put that in there. Some of those items that are already pre-filled in here is going to be the municipal certificates. This is your average cost. Whether or not the municipality requires a clear certificate of occupancy, you can put that in another line as well. It's going to be part of the closing costs as well. Settlement fee is filled in there. Notary fees are filled in as well. If they elect to have some property repairs after the inspection period, then they can go ahead and populate that in there. Tax certificate is inputted already, overnight charges, the Patriot Act search, and other wire fees. And of course, connect closing at a $4.95 cost if they elect to use the transaction coordinator. All of those items will then be calculated to provide a total estimated cost. Don't forget to add those adjustments on line 25. That would include your prorating the real estate taxes. If there's any other additional information that needs to be included as well. And that'll get you the total estimated cost adjustments. Don't forget to input the purchase price and the total estimated cost for adjustments, whether or not that's going to include those taxes and things like that. Specifically, including the payoff amount for the mortgage needs to be put in there as well. And of course, the last line is going to have the estimated net proceeds to the seller. Again, you're going to fill this out twice when you're taking the listing and when you go under contract. But before we wrap up, here are some key reminders to keep in mind every time that you've completed this sheet. Always remind your seller again that this is an estimate, that the final numbers will be confirmed on the closing disclosure that will be provided by the title company prior to closing. Again, always have the sellers request an official mortgage payoff statement. Never rely on the seller's best guess for this type of number. Always verify local transfer tax rates. Always update the sheet if the sales price, close date, or any other items need to get negotiated during the terms or during the transaction. and always present this sheet in person. Again, never just email it without walking it over with your seller line by line. This is your opportunity to demonstrate your expertise and build trust. And that's it. That's the seller's estimated closing cost sheet from top to bottom. Again, your ability to clearly and confidently walk a seller through their numbers is one of the most powerful skills that you can develop as a real estate agent. Sellers are going to trust agents who know their numbers. Remember, always here, if you have any questions and want to run through a practice scenario together. Again, you're doing amazing things in this business. And now let's go ahead and get some listings and show our value.